Thanks very much, Joanna and Becca. But they really, really are incredible resources and communities. They've really helped a lot of people. So yeah, check them out if you've got a moment. And maybe catch them after they're still here. So, over to the business. Right, so a bit about Wagon, or Le Wagon, as the Frenchies say it. We have learnt a little bit of French over the time, but it's more like swearing at your code in French and like hitting the computer and stuff. Only in the first few weeks. So a little bit about us. Le Wagon is a coding bootcamp, obviously. It was founded in Paris in 2014 by 3 guys who are here today, in fact, so maybe they'll offer a few words to everyone later. It is now in 14 cities worldwide, which is very impressive, and this is our first London batch, so a pretty exciting day for everyone here. And what we do, like the core about us, and our core is we bring technical skills to creative people and entrepreneurs. Okay, so anyone with these skills is able to sort of bring their ideas to life, and also at the end of this end of the course, you're job ready to find interesting jobs in the tech industry and basically anywhere in the world. It's an international skill. So we do teach the basics, they're not really basics. During the bootcamp, we don't only teach you the skills needed in web programming, like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Ruby, Rails, etc. But we give you the mindset, and that mindset is working in a team, effectively, efficiently, and most importantly, creatively. And creativity really is the core of coming up with ideas and making things fun and making things happen in the tech industry. So, here's how it's going to work. For the last 9 weeks, we've had 18 students learning to code in our little office there in Shoreditch, obviously in Shoreditch. Through my top button. And now, in the last 2 weeks of those 9 weeks, they've actually formed 6 groups. In only 10 working days of those 2 weeks, they've built their very own tech product. And anyone here who's a developer will understand just how hard this is, and those who aren't developers might not. But considering 9 weeks ago, they could barely write a line of code, honestly, in 10 days, as a little group, they've each built their own product, and it's very, very impressive, and they've come an extremely long way. So each group will demo their product for us, and we won't do questions, by the way, after. You can meet with the students after the whole thing. So we'll save that for the end. And yeah, that's it. So literally, they just came up with an idea. They had to code it, design it, code it, design it, put it online, and share it with the world, all in 10 days. So we're going to kick off now. Our first demo is going to be Lift In, and the team is Luke, Disha, and Max, and Luke will be presenting it for us. All right. I could fill the void a bit, couldn't I? Given that I'm the MC. We're just logging in, clearly. Oh. Yes, and here we go.
Hello and welcome to everyone. As I said, my name is Luke Breen, one of the members of the team that helped design Lift In here. Just by a quick show of hands, how many people in the room have ever lived outside of London or currently live outside of London for a prolonged period of their time? Right, okay, so then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about with the problem of public transport, right? Those of you who live in London, okay, you might miss a tube, but the next one's coming along in a minute, right, you're fine. Everyone else, particularly for university students at the University of Warwick in this particular case, are reliant on one bus service to take them from A to B. The bus is usually overcrowded, relatively overpriced, and usually late. So at the University of Warwick, one of my friends and I are currently developing our car sharing application, and we'll be launching in October, beta testing in October for this current academic year. What we're just going to do now is take you through a user journey, how a user would interact with our site, only touching on the core features within the time. So as a user, I'd come onto the site. I need to get into university around about 9 o'clock on Monday. A friend recommended me this site, so I'm going to have a look down here. I'm going to scroll down the page, and instantly in 3 easy pictures, I understand how the system works. I find a lift, I jump on the lift, and I get to uni. If I carry on scrolling down, keep going, I'll then see some testimonials at the bottom, of which will recommend the service. I approve of this service, so I'm going to go up and sign up on the top right with Facebook. Scroll down. There we go. So Facebook has retrieved my first name and last name, my email address, and conveniently in the top right, my profile picture. So I'm then going to jump on the left, and I can see various journeys of people that are making. So I'm going to scroll down, and Gabby on the left catches my eye. She's going in at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's a little bit early, but we'll see what her journey is about. So I can see that she's already got a passenger. If I hover over that, I can see that Leo is already travelling, and the waypoint has been put in at B. I can see that she did a gap year in Australia. She likes to talk a lot about her boyfriend. Yeah, there we go. So, I'm not really into that, so we're going to go back. And Joe down here, 10 o'clock. I wanted him for 9, but let's face it, we're uni students, so it's going to delay there. There's only 1 seat left on this, and he was at Smack. Any of you that are in Leamington will know, fantastic club. And I can see there, so I want to book on this journey. I can review all the information that I've seen there, and I'm going to get picked up at number 2 Kenilworth Road. So I'll confirm the booking, and that's all been set. So I'm now booked onto there. The driver has been sent an email. I've been sent an email confirmation, and we can see there's no seats left, and the journey is automatically updated to say that it's full. I then come off the site, and a few days later I come back. I've forgotten about the details of my journey, so I'm going to click on my profile picture, go to the dashboard. I haven't verified my email or anything yet, but I'm going to click on Journeys, scroll down, and I can see an overview of all the details I need, along with the car that I'm looking for to help with identification. I then take on this journey, and again, a few days later, I think this was such a fantastic opportunity, I should bring my car up. So I'm going to start driving, and I have a Peugeot. Spell it right. 307. And my license plate is KW53YMD. It's a black car, and we have a photo on there. Yep. And click on Create Car. So I can see there that my profile is starting to take shape. I've got the car verification. I could upload my student ID, payment details, and I need to click on the confirm email address to fill up that. But I'm now going to create a journey. I have 3 seats available, and I'm going to go in at 10 o'clock on Tuesday the 13th. Excellent. I'm going from CV31 to EH. Yep. And I'm going to the University of Warwick. Yep, top one. So I'm going to create this journey, and we can see now a different interface in terms of the buttons, and my journey has already been marked on the map. Whilst in this time, I'm going to go off here, leave it to there, and I'm going to wait for an email notification that someone has booked onto my journey. Yeah? Yeah, there we go. Someone's booked onto the journey. Fantastic speed. And if we now go on to my emails, refresh it. Just while that's loading, we'll talk to you. So this is the core features. Among other things we're looking to implement within the next week is text messaging notifications with the Twilio app, similar to Uber. Payment, we're currently in talks with Stripe to see if we can get a personalised payment plan so you can upload your cars and payments will transfer as such. And then also will be a review system so that we can review drivers and notifications within the main terminal from there. Our next big step after this will be designing a mobile application so that you can retrieve your journey information and you can put it on a holder and then link to Google Maps so you'll be able to drive in and won't be able to get lost. Refresh again. No. Okay, anyway, the email will come up and it would send me back to a link. If you go up, yeah, just click on there. I can now click on his picture, the link in there, and it would show me Max Phillips is joining my journey for tomorrow. Doesn't like speaking that much, so that's all good because he did digital marketing, so we don't really have much in common. But yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Thanks, guys. Well done. That is the produce of 10 very hard days' work, okay? So thanks very much. Yeah, could have been an Apple AGM, that, couldn't it, really? It was so slick, Luke. No mistakes. So next up, we've got a company called, it is a company, actually, called Treat Out. The team is Natalie, Olivia, and Ahmed. Are you ready? Good luck. Just while we get things ready, Natalie's like Superwoman. She commutes 4 hours a day. Okay, she's done this for 9 weeks. She has 2 kids, and she runs a business on the side, and she's launching another one, and she's been to every minute of our course. So, there we go.
Okay. Right. Well, I might look perfectly normal on the outside, but actually on the inside, my gut has got quite a different story to tell. You see, there's quite a few food types that I can't actually eat. So when it comes to eating out, it's really difficult for me. Ordering a meal will take twice as long for anybody else. And it usually takes about 2 or 3 trips for the serving staff to go and ask the chef if this ingredient's in that sauce or if that ingredient's on this meat. It becomes really hard. It's a chore and it takes the fun out of eating out. You actually feel a complete pain in the backside. So for many people like me, you just don't bother eating out at all. Can I just ask if there's any of you in the room who've actually got any intolerances or allergies yourself? Okay, right, and keep your hands up. How many of you actually know people with food allergies and intolerances as well? And so look, wow, that's actually quite a significant number in the room. So we're quite excited. We actually think we've found a solution for all of you. So without further ado, I'll show you how this works. So if we can go and log in, and the email address is sayhello@treatout.com. So it's really important when you have these food issues to know what's on the end of your fork, because if you get it wrong, you don't only feel a pain in the butt, you actually get one, which isn't much fun at all. Right, so here we are, and you can see we've actually got 3 restaurants on the system here. Now what is actually happening is we've got the ingredients for each dish for each restaurant here, and it's doing a comparison with the ingredients from my own food profile, and it's given me a ratio match so I can actually see visually which restaurants are better suited to me. And looking at this, that's not bad. I can actually get dishes at all of these restaurants, but there's a couple of ingredients I've got missing off my food profile. So if we could go and add 2 more on. Now I've got my allergies there that I've added, but the really exciting bit about this is this isn't just limited to allergies. We can actually add any ingredient that I need to avoid. So if we can click on add, and I need to add onion. which actually makes it quite tough to find a meal, as it seems to be in everything, unfortunately. And then I need to add mango. And if we add and save that, and then we're good to go. So if we can go back to the restaurants now, and we can actually see that's made a difference, that actually one of these restaurants I now actually can't eat at all. But we've got the La Planetaria over there. I can actually still eat quite a number of dishes. So if we click on, we'll find out a bit more information about the restaurant first. So I can see it's not actually far from here, which is great, because that means I might actually get to eat tonight. So that's really good news. So if we have a look at the dishes now, and we can see that they've got 5 dishes on the menu, as they're the dishes they've given us. But what's important for me is to actually see what I can eat. And if I click on the filter button, My Dishes, and I can actually see that there's 4 dishes that will suit me. So I've now filtered the menu, and I've got my own personalised version. And I actually quite fancy having a look at the vegan square. So because I know how tricky it can be, I just want to double check. I want to see all the ingredients and check this is fine for me. And there they are. And I can see that celery is highlighted as an allergen, but that's not actually one of my allergens, so that's fine. And that's good to go. So that is basically it. And that is our concept for Treat Out. So you tell us the ingredients that you can't eat, and we will show you the dishes that you can eat. And that's it. So 9 weeks with Wagon. Finally here on demo day, and it has been quite a journey, I must say. I think some of the days childbirth was actually less painful than the coding has been, but yeah. But we've managed it, and it's been fantastic. So I'd like to say a big thank you to Boris and Seb and Ed and Roman, because without you guys, this just wouldn't have been possible. And now to actually have the MVP there that we can go to market with is such a fantastic feeling, I can't tell you. So thank you guys. And also a big thank you to Olivia and to Ahmed, who's been on the team, and they've been a fantastic help to help turn this around in just 2 weeks. And I know it hasn't been easy, guys, but thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. But that's not all. It might be the end of our journey with Wagon, but we are just at the start of actually taking this out to market now. La Planetaria have actually agreed to partner with us, and they will be giving us all of their ingredients for every dish and helping us develop this from a chef's perspective. We've also got a high number of food intolerant users who are really hungry to actually go out there and start using this app straight away. And then, really exciting, last week we got contacted by one of the biggest global facilities companies who are extremely interested in talking with us to discuss a partnership to actually take this forward and see how we can help them as well better serve their customers. So we're very sorry to finish with you, but we're really looking forward at what's to come. So we really hope to make Treat Out to Eat Out, and thank you.
Well done, Natalie. Wow, emotional. See, that's the effect we have on everyone. It's amazing. Well done. That's really impressive. Natalie came up with this idea. Is it on? It's on. Came up with her idea a year ago and has worked on it and built a following, etc., and found us and thought it was the right time to come and turn it into a functioning websites and applications. So well done. You've seen it through now. Well, it's the very beginning, so there might be a few more. Yeah. No, well done indeed. So next up we've got Homebug. Homebug has been built by Sam, Sol, and Dean. It's, well, they'll explain what it is, but it's something very close to Sol and Sam, and they'll tell you what it is now, okay? Thank you.
Right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sol, as it is mentioned, and I'm very fortunate because I own my own home. And recently I inherited another home in southeast London, and now I have 2 homes. But I don't need to live in 2 homes. I only need to live in 1. And I decided that actually this is the time for me to maybe give something back to the community, and in fact to make sure that this house is not empty, that I can find a tenant, and in turn I can also give something back to the community and find a social tenant. And that is an idea that I had in respect of the second home. So in this way that I could actually, what I could make sure of is that the costs of maintaining this home could be met, and I could actually help someone who is not as fortunate as I am in having a home. Which kind of reminds me of a particular problem that exists in the UK. Homelessness is a major problem in the UK. And in fact, it's a problem that's very, very close to me. Because there is one of the people on this team is a person who became homeless 20 years ago as a result of illness and loss of job. And it took a very long time for this person to get back on his feet. And as a result of that, I started to think to myself that maybe there is a connection to be drawn between my owning this other house by accident, in a sense, and the state of homelessness that exists in the UK and in other places in the world. So I decided that I would do some online research, and I looked around to see are there websites that cater for finding social tenants. I mean, there's lots of websites that cater for finding all sorts of other tenants, but not for social tenants. Except I did find, after much research, I did find a website called Homebug. And actually, Homebug caters exclusively and solely for people who are on housing benefit and are social tenants or are homeless. And that kind of spoke volumes to me, because that's what this whole exercise is about, is to make sure that those of us who are much more fortunate can make sure that we provide access to other people. And this website does cater for that sort of situation. So I'm logged in. Sorry.
Someone cleared the cache.
Okay, SG at 12:12.co, and and now I am logged in. And I think what particularly impressed me about this website, a number of things, but I wanted to add a property. But when I saw together we can challenge homelessness in new ways, it spoke to me, because that is what this is about, in a way, is being able to come up with new ways to challenge this growing problem of homelessness. And so I decided that I'm going to add this property that I have in Southeast London, that I've inherited. And in fact, the address is Jam Factory, Green Walk, and postcode is SE1, flat, 2 rooms, and we have a picture. And in fact, wow, great, very nice place, and we can see that there's lots of places to navigate on the website, lots of amenities, lots of facilities, lots of additional things that can help to make sure that when tenants are when the agents are looking to see whether this is a suitable property, that there are lots of things that can be found on the website. That looks really, really impressive. And in fact, I will stay in touch. I'll stay in touch with Homebug, and I can see that there is a lot of information on the website. Now, looking at it from the point of view of the other interested party in this particular exercise is the housing representative at charities like Crisis, who are looking for houses for their clientele, for their tenants. And that's the homeless people or people on housing benefit. And in fact, from their point of view, it's really important that they have lots of access to lots of landlords like myself who are registering properties online, and then they have a much greater database from which to find properties much more quickly in a smart, online and easy access way. And in a way that is much more standardized and able to ensure that houses can be found. And that is something that is close to my heart, and that is something that I want to make sure of. And I think that ultimately this is something that can be achieved via this website. One thing to state, and that is that this particular industry in the UK, housing benefits in an amount of £10 billion are paid annually to private rental landlords for tenants that are on housing benefit. And that is a very, very substantial number, and that is a growing number in the UK. We are currently talking to charities and to other home providers so that we can build this database. We can build this database out for them, and so that they can have the access that they need to be able to ensure that homeless people are housed, and people on housing benefit are placed into houses that on a more sustainable and a more tenured basis. And that is something that those discussions are ongoing at the moment. So this is a real live and a real life situation as far as we are concerned. So if you have any questions or any other comments or queries, we're happy to take them after this event. Thank you very much.
Somebody must have refreshed the cache because it was...
What's that?
Well done, Sol. That's not easy, but great. And a great product, which then there's clearly a massive market for it as well. So well done, you three. That's an impressive build. So next up we have LaBelle Bleue. Here's the French coming through. It's not actually. Michael is going to be presenting, and Michael's team is he's with Alex and Nicolas. But he's actually from Switzerland, so there's been a lot of rivalry going on with the Boris and Sebastian. But they're going to be presenting LaBelle Bleue. Now, Michael, a bit of background on Michael. He has had his own business in Switzerland for 8 years. He employs 35 staff. He thought it necessary to come and live in London to do Wagon's course in order to use his entire Swiss community that he's got buying fresh food off his e-commerce platform. And that is his business. He wants to use that community digitally to grow his business in some way. And Michael's going to show us how he's going to do that.
So hi, everybody. Actually, as said Edward, 8 years ago, I created my own e-commerce shop. We are selling local food directly from producers, directly to consumers. So this is the shop which already exists today. And as you can see, we can just shop like this, or shop with boxes, manage preferences. You can put your orders and subscribe, so you will get automatically every 2 weeks, 1 month, your stuff delivered home. When we started this project, it grew really fast, maybe too fast. And 5 years ago, I had to create another company, an IT company, to create tools for such specific businesses. And we actually today we've got about a community with 10,000 people here, and we wanted to bring this community into life. And that's why, with my two pals here, Nicolas, which is a guy coming from finance, he's been working years in the city, making with tradings and such things I don't really understand, but he's a big boss in this, and he jumped into this coding school. And this is something I think it's really nice from many of these students also, because they all had the trust in themselves to just change their life and do something else for 9 weeks. Also, Alex, he's just getting out from the engineering school, Imperial Engineering School in London. Really clever guy. I'm sure we will see him with Facebook or Google or maybe his own Google in a few years. It was a pleasure to work with you guys. So we talked about how can we bring this community into life. And that was our project. So we created a tool where our customers can create recipes and create them with ingredients directly from LaBelle Bleue. So both websites are linked through an API created on LaBelle Bleue. They can share the recipes and then they can buy them. So to show you this, we will first log in. And here you see there's no login. The login is the login of the other website. So it's like a Facebook login, but from the other website. So we log in. Here we are. And we can scroll a bit down and see the home page where we can find a lot of recipes which are already in it. Maybe we want to look for one. So we will search for vegetarian recipes. Yeah, here we are. And here we see many vegetarian recipes. Actually, my wife, Asa, she's vegetarian, so, and she's already addicted with the website. So she put a lot of vegetarians, so I'm going to talk a lot of vegetarians recipes today. Okay, so maybe we see this coded rondini farci, which looks really nice. We see a description, instructions, ingredients. So again, these ingredients are coming from the website, as we will see after. Preparation time, cooking time, the ingredients also directly linked and dynamically they're adapted with the prices from the other website. We can add a comment, okay, and maybe this one is really good, so we will like it. Okay, it was already like we like it again because it's really a good one, and maybe it's time for us to share one of our recipe. So we will create a recipe. Here we are. We will do a, what can we do? Let's do a salad, tomato mozzarella, yeah? That's a good one. Yeah. I think it's 10th time we do it, but don't tell it to anybody. So it's a summer salad, really good one. Yeah, and the recipe descriptions is quite hard. So first you shall cut the tomatoes, and then you invite your friends and you enjoy it. If you got some olive oil, it's good also. But and we will add a photo. Add some categories. So it's a salad, tomato, été for summer. Okay, it's a vegetarian. My wife is really happy. She will learn something. Preparation time 10 minutes. Cooking time 0 minutes. I really, please don't cook it. You know, it won't be good. And here we go to add the ingredients. So first ingredient will be tomatoes. We will take a really good tomatoes, creamy, tomato from creamy. They're black, they're really good. And we will have 500 grams. And we will add mozzarella. So here again, we are on LaBelle Bleu's website with ingredients directly from LaBelle Bleue. Okay, this is one piece. So the ingredients are in French, that's why, because it's really, they're linked. And basilic, basil. Okay, one piece. Here we go, we can create it. Okay. That's a recipe we just created. And now maybe we can go and see on our dashboard what happened. On the dashboard, we can see all the recipes Alex created. He's a great cook. And we can see which one are popular or less popular, how many comments we have here. And then you can see also these favorites. Okay, the one we just liked before. Maybe it's time for us to buy some ingredient of this one. So we will add 2 courgettes rondelées, 1 poivron vert, 1 poivron rouge, and some echalot. You can put 2 or 3, and confirm to cart. And here occurs the magics. Again, we're going to go back to the other website, hopefully. So let's try it. Pray. And yeah, we're back here on the other website, and we can go and confirm the orders. You can see also that the things which before were added are still here. So there are really a communication between the both websites. So that's our project. Really proud of these 2 guys. Because I have the microphone, I also want to thank the whole Wagon team. It was 9 weeks really extraordinary. I really liked it. Edward was like our man. We had fruits, water with cucumbers, always behind us looking that everything is perfect. Teachers are incredible, Seb and Boris. TAs were they're really good also, helping a lot, sharing their knowledge, which is really something rare, and we really appreciate it. So I think we can applaud them. Very, very, very good. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Well done. That's a really cool product. And well done, Michael, for presenting. Another great example of a situation where he's found not really a problem, but he's got his community there of his other business, and he's found an add-on product, which he's been able to build entirely himself or within the team. And now Michael can take that and use it in real life, which is going to happen soon, right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm already a customer.
Yeah, Jimmy? No, okay. So guys, next up, we've got a company called Undercut. It's been built by Dave, Jimmy, and Geordie. Dave will be presenting. Dave already has his own business. He's been running it for 6 years. It's an e-commerce platform for camera and video purchases, video products, all right? And he will take you from here. Thank you.
Hi guys. So yeah, as Ed said, this is my website. I've been running for 6 years. So I sell camera equipment. The way it works is very straightforward. I buy my stock from China. I resell it in the UK. But but my products are not unique, as you could expect. There's lots of other people who sell the same products as me. And one of the things I've found is pricing. You just can't get away from it. It's a very important factor. So, it's keeping on top of your competitors' prices is a very time-consuming task. It takes ages to find each competitor and work out the price, and also if you just blindly underprice them, maybe you get more sales, but you can risk making a loss. So we've created an app which manages this difficult process, and it's called Undercut. So what Undercut does, it allows you to manage all of your own products, all of your own channels, if like me you sell on multiple channels, so your own website, eBay, Amazon, etc. Then you can track all of your competitors, how they're pricing, and then you can, at the end of it, you can come out with recommendations for the best price for your products without making a loss or making sufficient margin. So let's get started and log in. So we've made a demo account just to make it a bit faster and show you what we've got. So here's my login. So straight away we get into the channels section. So the channels are the places that you might sell your product. So say we sell on an eBay store, an Amazon store, various other stores, and our own website. So if we just click into the eBay store, we can see how a channel is configured. So eBay, every channel has its own fees. For instance, eBay is about 10% fee, and then you get charged about a 2% PayPal fee. So you see the fee structure, and also we apply some rules here, the target price, etc. So we can decide how we recommend the best prices. So let's not go into too much detail about channels and go straight into products. So we've just got one product at the moment. It's a camera product. So we can manually create new products by clicking here. But most businesses don't want to fill in a load of forms. They do enough of that already. So if we could just go back, instead we'll upload by spreadsheet to make this more efficient. So if we just look at this spreadsheet file, we can see the data that we're about to import. So it has our cost price, category, name, SKU, a URL for the picture if we want to add that. So let's just go ahead and import that. So now we've imported the products. Here's our full range. So just going back to this second one here, the Aperture A10. Let's just click into that. So it's now blank because we haven't added any information. We've just added the product itself. So let's start by adding a tracker. And what this does is it tracks one of our own channels. So if we firstly track where we sell it on our own website, here it is when it loads. So here you can see the price, £45.10, selling on our own website. So let's copy and paste this URL to start tracking it. So now it's dynamically connecting to the website, and hopefully it will find the price that we sell it for. There we go. So it's found the price using an algorithm. So we click done, and now we can see that we're tracking it. So let's add another tracker for our eBay store. So this is where we sell the same product, but on eBay rather than our own website. So here it is on eBay. We see it's a slightly higher price, £52.90. So let's copy and paste that URL in as well and start tracking our eBay store. So there we go, it's tracking the eBay store now as well. So if we just click done, and now we're tracking 2 locations. So now we're going to do something slightly similar, well, very similar in fact, and track one of our competitors. So now we're going to look for another person who sells the exact same product, but you know, not ourselves, someone else who sells it. So here's an example of someone on eBay. So here, £38.99. Let's track this. And there it's generated a name. We'll just submit that. So now we're tracking 2 of our, there we go. So scrape the price, done. So now we're tracking 2 of our own products and 1 competitor who sells our product. I don't want to bore you too much with this, but let's just do one more because this one will be slightly different. So far we've been tracking websites which our app has seen before, but when it encounters a new website that it's never seen before, it has to learn where on the page the price is located. So here's a new page, a new website that our app has never seen before. So let's see what happens when we copy and paste the URL here. So it says, sorry, we don't have a price yet for this website, a price finder, sorry, for this website, because it's never seen it before. So one of the things we've learned on this course, all pages are structured with HTML, which is a code. So on the code, there are different kind of boxes of information, and each website has a different structure. So we can just use this simple tool, and this is quite a technical process, but any web developer should be able to do this. So we find where the price is located in the code, which is actually here, if you can see, and it's in a box called regular price. So we'll just copy and paste the name of that box, and that's all we have to do to teach the website, sorry, to teach our app where on this specific website the price is located. And once we've done that once, it learns for that whole site, so any other page that we look at from that website, any other product on that website, it should be able to find. So let's just preview that and make sure that works. And it's been able to find the price. So let's save that. We'll never have to do this again for this specific website. Okay, so we're done with adding trackers. We've got 2 for our own website, 2 for our competitors. Let's look at the price history. So here you can see some dots on the graph. They're just single dots because we've only retrieved the prices once. But let's click on Update Prices. So this process happens every day at 4 o'clock, but we're manually doing it just to give you some data straight away. So this is searching all 4 of these locations and retrieving the prices. Price is updated, which is good. The page refreshes, and now we can see the price change history over time, which, as you'd expect, hasn't changed much. So here is an example with the prices not changing, but we've already pre-populated one with very changing prices. So if we just go back to products, click on the first one. This one we've been tracking since January, and you can see how each competitor's price has varied. And you can see our offerings, which are in the dotted lines, have always kept below their prices. So that's what a bit more data might look like. So the final aspect of the app, recommendations. So what recommendations does is provide you with ideas about how you might price or using your own rules. So there's a lot going on here, but these are basically the two products that we've been tracking. So let's just search one, let's filter to one. So if we type in A10, which was the product we've added trackers for, and eBay, to look at our eBay store, we're filtered down to just one. So what's it recommending? We're currently selling it for £52. The new price it recommends is £51. And the new profit is £9. So let's just have a look at another one. HHGO1. Okay, so in this example, the current price is £190 that we're selling it for. It's suggesting that we actually increase our price by £8. Why? Because we're already ranked number 1 out of our 3 competitors. We can still be ranked number 1 by increasing our price. And what that means is we now make £99 profit rather than 94. So why would we not do that? So that is basically the product. One thing that we really wanted to do but didn't have time was to make this process automated, so it would actually change the prices for you, so you wouldn't have to actually make the changes yourself. But what we did do, we had this export to CSV feature. So what this does is generates a spreadsheet of all the recommendations so you can quickly action them on your site. So if we could have a look at that. It's the recommendations.csv. So yeah, it's generated the same view that we're seeing now. So after this course, I'm going to be using this app for my own business. It's going to be very useful. I know it's going to make me a lot more sales and a lot more profit. And I know that this is a problem that's faced by literally thousands of other businesses. So given the immense value that this app could bring, I'm looking to go ahead with this as a real business. So if there's any investors in the audience, let's speak after. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, guys. Well done. That's really geeky, that one. Algorithms and stuff. That's a really impressive build, actually, especially that it's a real life situation, and Dave's has to have this in order to improve his current business. So that's really impressive. Well done. Now, next up, we have a new app, but I think you have to see Luigi first before Luigi, come on, stand up. This is Luigi, guys. He's got long hair. He wears a headband. Okay, this app is called Clubble, and it's presented by Jordi, which is Luigi and Clarissa's work buddy, and this is their team. And guess what Clubble is about? And it'll probably lead on quite well. We've left it to last, so we can have a few drinks afterwards in this room, and maybe you can catch up with these guys later. But they're taking a long time to do the microphone. So, sorry. I'm standing around. Okay, but I'll leave you over to Jordi, and Jordi will be presenting Clubble. Oh, you need my phone.
I have your phone.
You got it, great.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you very much.
It's in your t-shirt. I think it's okay.
All right. Sorry, just had to set things up. Can everyone hear me? Yes. Okay, great. So first off, let me introduce our team. We have Luigi, our backend guru. We have Clarissa, our front-end magician, and I'm Jordi. Yeah, I know. All right. So a couple of weeks ago, the three of us were having dinner, and we were having a really good time. So we didn't want to end things there. We decided that we wanted to go clubbing, but to our surprise, it was actually amazingly difficult to find a club event that was within a reasonable distance and that fit our musical needs. And that is when Luigi came up with the idea to solve this problem, and we decided to build it into our final app for Wagon. So without further ado, this is our app. And it's very, very straightforward, very easy to use. You press a button, it fetches your geolocation, and it gives you the club that is located nearest you. So let's give it a go. All right, so let's take a look at what we can see on this page. On the top right corner, we can see the club name. We can see the name of the event. We can see the opening hours. We can see the price. But most importantly, let's take a look at the lineup of the event. Okay. Oh yeah, and some artists, they have a SoundCloud URL, in which case you can actually listen to some of their tracks. So before you go there, you actually know that you like the music. I'm not going to do that right now. But let's say that we're not really too fond of this event. We want to check out a different event. So what we can do then is we can keep swiping to more events, and then we'll get the one that is next closest to us. So again, let's take a look at the lineup and see if we like this one. All right, One Man. Oh, I love that guy. I really want to go there. Okay, so let's go to this party, all right? But I'll be honest with you, I've had a couple of drinks, so I'm going to need directions. So no problem, because we can press the map button, we can redirect it to the map, and if that's not enough for you, you can press the Get Directions button, which will redirect you to Google Maps and give you the directions easily and efficiently. Now let's say that you want to pre-purchase the tickets on Resident Advisor. You can press the Buy Now button, and you can buy your tickets there. Now, if you want to plan ahead, and let's say that you want to specify a different location, and you want to know what kind of club events are going on around there, well, you just go on the search bar, and let's say, I don't know, what location do we want to check out? Berlin? All right, Berlin. So let's see what's going on in Berlin. All right, so this is an event from Berlin. Works like all the other events. Yeah, the map is loading right now. But we can check the lineup with the SoundCloud again. And yeah, that's it. We're going to be using this app tonight to go clubbing, to celebrate the end of these 9 weeks at Wagon, which have been truly amazing. It was a life-changing experience, honestly. And I really hope to see some of you there. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Jordi. Well done, Clarissa and Luigi. Well, that's it. It's been, well, I don't know, guys. Thank you so much. Those are incredible products, really, and you've spent so much time on that, on those, and lots of sweat and sometimes tears. So well done. And it's been an incredible journey for all of us, for Boris, Sebastian, and Roman and myself. So, and you've been amazing, and we've made like 18 new friends now. So hopefully we can all stay in touch and yeah, come and keep in touch and come and visit us sometimes. I just want to say a few more things. We've got a couple of recruitment companies here. I know there's some developers in the room maybe looking for a transition. Hired is here and Black Box Recruiting, and they're over at the back there. And That's about it. I just want to say a big thank you to Boris and Sebastian for teaching this London course. They are absolutely amazing. Their energy, their passion is incredible. I mean, you just have to see from the reaction of our students here. And guys, to the students, very good luck on your new adventures. It takes a hell of a lot of courage to give up your old life and start a new one. So well done. Congrats. Are you saying something?
To end what you want because Edward wants to end it because he's just the guy that likes to be rewarded. He made an incredible job to actually make it happen. Basically, he's a great man. He did so. I don't know how he does that, but he managed at the same time to buy fruits, clean the room, organize the DemoDay at the Google campus, and buy cigarettes for the $4 and speak with the students and keep the next batch. So I don't know, first when I met Edward, he was kind of, the guy with lots of ideas, and I was like, wow, maybe he's not serious, but that's just impressive how much he can produce and achieve. And I think it's part of because he's a passionate guy, and that's what makes the Wagon unique. Is we try to find people with lots of passion. And about this, I just have some few words to say to the class because we have spent 2 months with these guys, and with Sebastian, we're really proud of what you've achieved. Basically, it's just amazing how much you've learned during these 2 months. I know it was hard at the beginning for some of you. Some of you have some engineering background, but some others were starting from scratch. And I know how it can be hard to make the first challenge during the first weeks of the program and learning the core of programming. But what I want to tell you is basically, I hope you feel that the Wagon is not just a coding bootcamp of 2 months, and that's the end of the journey, and everyone's going to go back home, and that's the end. And it's what we are trying to create is obviously a community, and the coding bootcamp is just the 2 months that give the skills to people like you who are passionate, who want to live in a different way, to make some freelancing, that are a bit bored about the standard way of working in consulting agency, and want to travel, keep learning every day, sharing their passion with other talented people, and build products. And I think that there is I hope that you will stay connected to this community because for me it's as important as the 2 months that just were there to actually give you the skills to get the freedom from this community and benefit from it. But thanks for all of you because you are an amazing first batch in London, and I'm really proud that we have this first basis to build up the community in London. I'm really proud of you guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
And I think once more we can make a huge upload for Edward Ward.
Thank you. Thanks. No, thanks, Boris. That's very sweet. Overreacting there. But please stay around for a drink. We'll be around here for about an hour or so. So yeah, chat. Thank you. See you soon. You dudes. Well done, mate.